Welcome to today's class. In this class, we are going to work towards a peak pose. The peak pose that I've chosen for today is revolved triangle pose or Parivrtta Trikonasana. So as I mentioned, we'll be preparing our body to get to revolved triangle pose near the end of the class. The pose is going to show up in the stream. But until then, we'll prepare the class so that our body can take the pose easier, so that it's not a big strain, because it is quite an involved pose. So there are actually three distinct big things that need to happen in order for us to be able to do this pose properly. We need open back fascial lines. So this pose does put a stretch on our hamstrings. So we need to open the whole back body, including the hamstrings. This pose is a forward fold. So the second thing we need to work on is that deep hip hinge that's really needed for any forward folding position. And finally, this pose does have a twist, so we need to work on that rotation of our torso around the spinal axis. So without further ado, let's get on with the class. As always, we're going to start the class with a reset. You will need a block for the reset, and you can actually keep a block or even a couple of blocks nearby throughout the class. This is going to be all-level class where I will give a lot of options for you and different modifications, and using a block is definitely something that will help you throughout the class. So let's come down onto our backs. Take a block with you right away. And then we're going to lift the hips and slide the block on its lowest height. So just place it right under your sacrum. You want your glutes to be off the block though. The toes are pointing straight forward, feet are about hip width apart. Try to find a neutral pelvis position so that your sacrum is flat, sitting flat on the block. And then place the hands in your hip creases. We'll start with little marches. So right away, start gathering your diamond, gathering the space in between the two ASIS points, pulling that space together into a middle, and then down towards your sacrum, really. Your hands are in the hip creases, and we'll start marching. So lifting the left foot up, and then down, and then the right. So the glutes are slightly engaged here, even though you're supported with the block. I want you to find that slight engagement of the glute of the leg that's down on the floor. So the diamonds strongly being pulled together, and your glutes are engaged as you're doing this really hip hinging, this marching. So you want the motion to be happening right where your fingers are, and the pelvis area is not moving at all. Now you have the option to continue here on the block with the marches, or you can lift the hips, slide the block away, place the hands back into the hip creases, and then start marching here. So this is a little bit harder. We actually have to support our weight onto the bottom foot, or with that bottom foot. But your pelvis still shouldn't be moving. You're only moving at the hips, trying to bring the thigh closer to the belly as you lift your foot off the floor. A couple more. Next time your right foot touches down, extend the left leg up towards the ceiling. So starting to open the back of the leg, add a wrist stretch. So flip the right wrist up, pull down with your left hand. You can stay here, so your hips can be down on the block. They can be off the block like I'm doing. And final option is to start adding little pulses. So lowering the hips up and down just an inch as you're stretching your right wrist here. So lots going on, but a lot of different options available as well. So pick the one that works best for your body today. Good, let's switch the sides. So place the left foot down, extend the right leg, switch so that you're stretching your left wrist, and if you'd like, start adding those little lifts. You're using the left glute, really focusing on engaging it every time you push up. If you're doing the lifts. Good, bend the right knee, place the foot down, bring the arms down, and then segmentally lower your upper, your middle, and your lower back onto the floor. For the first set of abs, you're going to keep the feet on the floor, bring the hands behind the neck, interlace the fingers, elbows point up. Deep inhale here. With an exhale, lift the shoulders off the floor. So crunch, pulling the belly down towards the spine. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. So pulling that diamond area down towards the sacrum, lifting up the shoulder blades. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Twist to the left just an inch. Come back to center, inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Twist to the right just an inch. Come back to center, inhale and lower. Another change, exhale to lift. Extend the right leg. Twist to the left. So your knees are still in line. Your right leg is on a diagonal. Come back to center, lower the right foot, inhale and lower your head. Exhale to lift. Extend the left leg. Twist to the right. Pulling the belly down, stay off the right shoulder blade. Come back to center, foot comes down, inhale and lower. Another change, exhale to lift. Extend the right leg, twist to the left, and then lower the leg down, so you're moving it at the hip. Lift the leg high up, so it's almost perpendicular to the floor. Bend the knee, place the foot down, bring the chest to center, inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Extend the left leg, twist to the right, lower the leg to hover off the ground, then lift it up, bend the knee, bring the head to center, inhale and lower. One more time like that. Exhale to lift. Right leg extends, twist to the left, lower the right leg, lift it up, bend the knee, center and lower. Exhale to lift. Extend the left leg, twist to the right, lower the leg to hover, extend it up, bend the knee, place the foot down, bring the head back to center, inhale and lower. And then find your block, place it in line with your right hip on its highest height. You're going to extend that right leg and then turn to the right. So you're going to place that left knee on top of the block, bring your hands, your palms to touch, so you're fully facing to your right side, and then we'll start opening the chest. So moving into our twist here by sliding the left arm over towards the left, and then bringing the arm back so that the palms touch. Let's do that about 4 more times with an inhale to open the chest, come into a little bit of a twist, and then exhale, palms together. 3 more. 2. And last one. Open. Bring the palms together. And then so we'll switch sides. So the block will move in line with your left hip. Extend the left leg. Right knee comes on top of the block. The palms will come together. And then let's open. The right arm to the right, and then bring it over to the left. If your neck and head just feel awkward, you can always place another block under your head, and this will keep it a little bit off the floor. So 3 more. 2. And last one. Good. Let's come back onto our backs for the second set of abs. So for this set, we will take a block, place it in between the medius part of your thighs, either on its smallest or the medium width, depending on how wide your hips are. I'll keep it on the smallest, and then extend the legs up. Right away, start squeezing the block, but also notice your sacrum. Notice you want it flat on the floor. So you want to find a neutral pelvis here, and the hinge is happening right at the hips. Interlace the fingers, elbows point up. Inhale here, exhale to lift. Squeeze the block. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift, squeezing the block. Inhale and lower. Adding on, exhale to lift. Now look at your hip crease and then move the legs away from you a few inches from that space, right from your hip crease, right here. Bring the legs back to center. Inhale and lower. Exhale to lift. Again, looking at the hip crease, move the legs away from you. Bring them back to center. Do it one more time. Move them away from you. Back to center. Inhale and lower. And again, exhale to lift. Move the legs away. Back to center. And again, away. Center. One more time. Bring them away. Center. Inhale and lower. We'll do it like this one more time, but we'll add just a little bit more to it. So exhale to lift. Move the legs away. As they come in, lift the tailbone up just a little bit. Move them away. Bring them in, lift the tailbone. One more time, away. In, lift the tailbone. Center and lower. Bend the knees. Move the block away. And we'll come around for a dolphin. So choose where you want your arms to be, either parallel or you can interlace the fingers. Elbows are about shoulder width apart. Relax your head, tuck the toes under, lift the knees, and then hike up the hips high towards the ceiling. You're pushing your forearms into the ground. Lift the left leg up. And then we'll start lowering and lifting the right heel. So this is helping to open the back side of the right leg all the way from your plantar fascia, so from your toes through your foot, over the heel, and then all the way the back of the leg to your hips, even further. Couple more. Good. And place the left foot down, and then extend the right leg. And start with lowering and lifting the left heel. So your pelvis is neutral. It's parallel to the floor. Every time you lift the heel, think of pulling your left thigh towards the belly. Couple more. Good. Place both feet down. Place the knees down. Come onto the hands. And now we'll go into down dog on the wall. So let's see if I can do it here. I'm going to find a little bit of space in the wall, but to get into it, come into a tabletop. So your wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Your toes are good, your balls of the feet are going to be touching the wall, but your heels are away from the wall. And then keep the hands are about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. Keep them there, and then walk your feet up onto the wall. You can keep the knees bent. Walk them up until they're in line with the hips. The hips should move over your shoulders. And then you can stay here or add a little bend and straightening of the legs. Keep pulling your floating ribs in, something I'm still working on. This requires a lot of strength. Couple more. And when you're done, come down and find your way to the top of the mat. Sun salutation 1. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back, lower the knee in the top of the foot. Inhale, lift the arms up, pull the left heel back. Let's bring the hands back under the shoulders, step back into a plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way down. Keep the heads of the arm bones lifted. Inhale, pull back for baby cobra. Exhale, push into downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, lower the left knee in the top of the foot. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. For the second side, we'll add one thing. So exhale to hinge. Step the left foot back. Lower the knee in the top of the foot. Inhale, lift up, and then we'll start rolling the shoulders up and back. So a little bit, you'll be rotating a little bit through your torso. Keeping the left glute engaged. Good, bring the hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Lower the knees, lower all the way down. Inhale, pull back for baby cobra. Exhale, push up and back. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, lower the right knee in the top of the foot, lift up. And again, we'll do those shoulder circles, shoulder rolls. Good. Place the hands down to the floor. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Sequence 1. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back. Lower the knee, but not the toes this time. Lift up. Bring the arms into cactus position. Your right glute is engaged. And we'll add a twist. So twist to the right and then left. Right and left. So twist to the left is a little bit deeper than to the right. You should feel your shoulder blades sitting firmly on top of the back ribs. You're still pulling the left heel back. One more. Now when you twist to the left, stay there. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder. Left hand will come onto your sacrum. Option here to lift the right knee off the floor. So you're still in a twist. You can relax the head. And then maybe you also extend the left arm up. So twisted crescent lunge. Really allow the head to relax here. And then bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot and walk the hands over towards the long edge of the mat. Hands will come right under the shoulders, firmly on the floor. You can bend the knees if you need to. And we'll just add a little wiggle with the hips. So just moving the hips side to side. Keeping the upper body in line. So your skull, your scapula, your shoulder blades, and your sacrum are aligned. 2 more. And then walk the hands over towards the back of the mat. You're going to lift the right toes, bend into the left knee. So both knees are bent. This is runner stretch. Both knees are bent. You're on the ball of the back foot and on the heel of the front foot. Your belly is resting on top of the right thigh. And this is opening again this right hamstring, but more actively. It's an active stretch. Good. Let's place the right foot down. Hands are on the floor. Step back into a plank. Now bring the left knee in towards the chest. And then step the left foot back. And then pull the right knee in and back. Keep alternating, marching like we were in the bridge. But now we're doing it in plank. You really have to pull that diamond up towards the spine. And make sure you're hinging right at that hip crease. Your pelvis is not moving. Good. Let's do one more on each side. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Coming into a squat. So your hands are on the ground, your belly is resting on top of the thighs, knees are bent. You can relax your head a little bit here. Nodded yes, no. Deep squat, the hips are sitting back. And then bring your right hand either on a block or the floor. You can come onto fingertips as well. Left hand will come on your sacrum. And then keep the right knee bent as you slightly straighten the left knee and twist towards the left. Again, really can release the head and maybe extend your left arm up. So adding a twist to this forward fold. And exhale, bring the left hand down, switching sides, right hand on the sacrums. Then start twisting to the right as you straighten the right leg. Then maybe float the right arm up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Now start walking both hands to the right as you lift the heels and pivot around on the balls of the feet to face the front of the mat. So this cross-legged forward fold. We'll stay here for one more breath. And then step the left foot back, lower the left knee, keep the toes tucked. Inhale, rise up, and we'll do the other side. So come into a goalpost, arms here. Twist to the left and right. So shoulders are on top of the ribs, shoulder blades. Your right twist is a little bit deeper than the left. And the left glute is working. Next time you twist to the right, stay there. Lower the left hand under the left shoulder. Bring the right hand onto the sacrum and then either stay here or you can lift the left knee off the floor, but your sacrum hasn't changed. Your pelvis is still neutral. And then another option here is to extend the right arm. Good. Exhale, bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Pivot around towards the long edge of the mat. Hands are under the shoulders. Torso nice and long and aligned. And then start adding those little swivels with the hips going side to side. Good. Let's continue walking towards the back of the mat for that runner stretch. So coming onto the heel of the left foot, bending the right knee. So both knees are bent. You're in a ball of the right foot and the heel of the left. Deep hip hinge here, sending the hips back. Good. Let's place the left foot down, hands under the shoulders, step back into plank. So find your alignment in plank. Pull the diamond up towards the sacrum and then bring the right knee to chest and back and then the left. Keep alternating. Good. One more on each side. Right, left, and then walk the hands back towards the feet for the happy squat. Nice high squat. Deep hip hinge. Knees are bent. And we'll add those twists again. So bring the left hand under the face, right hand on the sacrum. Twist to the right as the right leg extends. Maybe extend the right arm. And let's switch. So right hand down, left on the sacrum. Straightening the left leg as you twist to the left. Maybe the left arm extends. Good. Place the hand down and then walk your hands over to the left as you pivot the feet around for the cross-legged forward fold. Knees are slightly bent. You can even add a little bit of a wiggle through your rib cage, just going side to side. Good. And then uncross your legs. Inhale to rise all the way up and bring the hands down. We'll go into sun salutation 1 now, 2 times. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. Step or jump back into plank. Lower all the way or halfway down. Knees can be up or down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit. Bend the knees. Lift the heels. And then walk or lightly jump forward. Inhale, lift the arms up. Second one, exhale, hinge into the hips, hands to the floor. Step or jump back into a plank. Knees up or down, lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Then walk the feet in. Lift the heels, bend the knees with an exhale, and then float or walk your feet up. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Sequence 2. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Hands come down. Step or jump back into plank. So we're going to go through vinyasa. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a little bit and then lift your left leg up. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the left knee towards the belly. Inhale to extend. So same that we did in plank. Knee to belly. Extend. And in. Every time you extend, feel the left glute engage. Let's do one more. Extend. Pull the knee in. Shift the weight forward and then step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up. High lunge, bend into the right knee. Pelvis is neutral. Lift the arms up. So lifting the sides of the body here. One more breath. And we'll go into pendulum swings. So what that means, bring the arms to the waist, hands to the waist. Bring the weight into the left foot and swing the right leg forward. And then step it back into your high lunge. So left leg goes forward and back. This requires some balance. Also making sure that you're properly hinging at that right hip. So try, you can even place the hands around your pelvis, almost like a waffle press, to make sure that it's, I can't look at the camera, make sure that it's not moving at all. A few more. So really only your right leg is moving here. Some movement in the left hip as well. This time as your leg comes up, bend the knee, bring the left hand on top of the right knee, right hand on the sacrum. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, twist. Option to extend the right arm back. Good, and from here we'll open into a goddess. So open to the right. Angle your feet, knees in line with the toes. Bring the arms to cactus again. And we'll add side stretches. So pull your right elbow into your waist and extend the left arm to the right. And then switch sides. Left elbow pulls in, right arm extends. Keep going side to side. Again, making sure your pelvis is neutral. So send the tailbone down and think of lifting the pubic bone up to your chin. Couple of more times each side. Come back to center, turn to the front. Align your feet for pyramid pose. So they're on two different lines, about hip width apart, neutral pelvis here. We'll keep the hands at the waist. You can actually place them at the hip creases. And then as you exhale, push your fingers in to send those hips back and fold forward. This is where you can place the hands on the blocks. You can stay on the fingertips. Feel free to bend the left knee as much as you need to. You can place the hands on the ground as well. So staying here. We're also seeing if you can turn the toes in. So the heels will turn out and toes in. This changes the stretch a little bit. And that front leg especially. One more breath. Bring the feet back to neutral if you've turned them. Hands come firmly onto the ground, step back into plank, and we'll vinyasa and do the other side. So with an exhale, lower all the way or half. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a bit. Extend the right leg up. Exhale, pull the knee to chest. Inhale to extend. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more. Extend. In. Last one. Extend, pull the knee in, shift forward a little bit, and then step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift up for high lunge. Find a neutral pelvis, extend the arms, lift the side ribs up. And then bring the hands to your waist, and let's start with those swings. So left leg swings forward, and then back, forward, and back. So you can softly step back, bending the left knee as you step back. Again, making sure you're hinging right at the left hip crease. The pelvis is nice and neutral. Let's do one more. Next time your left leg comes forward, bend the knee, right hand on the left knee, left hand on the sacrum, and then twist to the left. You can extend the left arm. Good, bring the chest forward, step the left foot back for pyramid. So about 3.5 feet in between the feet. Let's bring the fingers into the hip creases, and with an exhale, start pushing the hips back. So hinging right at the hip crease, pelvis is neutral as you lower your torso down. Feel free to bend the right knee. Keep the head in line with the spine, with the rest of the torso. And an option to bring those toes in and heels out. Good, one more breath. Realign the feet, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands come down. Sun salutation B once, and we'll flow into sequence 3. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at hips as you fold. Step the right foot back, and then the left, or float back. Knees up or down as you lower all the way or halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Walk the feet in a little bit, lift the left leg up. And then you can step the left foot forward or add a little bit of a jump when you step your left foot forward. Inhale or hop. Inhale, lift up for warrior 1. Arms lift up. Lift the sides of the body up. Exhale, hands come down. Step back for plank. Lower all the way or halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Step the left foot in. Lift the right leg up. Going into right warrior 1. Either just step or add a little hop. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, hands come down. Step back for plank. One more vinyasa. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts. And then step or hop. Left foot forward for warrior 1. One more time. Arms lift up. So again, finding a neutral pelvis, even here in warrior 1. We'll bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior, so folding forward. You can allow the hands to lift a little bit off your low back. And then release the hands, place them under the shoulders. Move onto the ball of the right foot, so more like lunge feet here. Lift the belly off the thighs, extend the arms back. Going into airplane, so the weight will be in the left foot, lift the right leg up. Left knee can be bent. Option to place your right hand above the left knee and left hand on your waist. Another option is to keep the right toes down. The pelvis is parallel to the floor. Your right glute is working here as well. And we'll step for warrior two. So left foot is forward, right comes back, and open the arms for warrior two. Now we'll move into modified triangle. So we're really here with keeping the legs the same. Just bring your left hand, that top of the hand against your left inner thigh. Sides of the torso lengthening here. You can extend the right arm up. So for a full triangle, you would be straightening the left leg. But this version is much more accessible to most people, so we'll work with this today. It's also much easier on your SI joint. As you inhale, straighten the left leg, come into reverse triangle. So extending the left arm up, right hand on your right leg. Good. Inhale, come through center. Bring the hands to the front of the mat, lower your right knee down, and then turn towards the long edge of the mat into the seated twist. So your left knee will be on top, your right foot on the bottom. You can always extend that right leg forward as well. Bring the right hand or left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm extends. Exhale, twist to the left. You can hug your left knee here. Keep the spine nice and long. Let's unwind towards the front of the mat. Hands will land. Left foot stays forward. Extend the right leg back. So standing L or standing splits. And the only difference between the actual traditional standing splits is that we're keeping our head, our triple S line, so our head or scapula or sacrum, and we're not lifting the leg as high as you can. One more breath. And let's step the right foot forward, bend the knees, inhale, lift up into Utkatasana. So we missed this, the beginning of salutation B, but we'll do it here. One more breath here. And exhale, lower the hands down, step or jump back into plank, doing the other side. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, lift the right leg up. Either step forward for warrior one or add a little bit of a hop and then bring the foot forward. Inhale, warrior one. Try to find neutral pelvis. You might have to shorten the stance to achieve that. And then bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinging at the right hip to come into humble warrior. Release the head here, lift the hands up. And then bring the hands onto the floor. Realign the back foot for lunge stance. You're on the ball of the foot. Lift the belly up the thigh, extend the arms back. Or place the left hand above the right knee, right hand on your hip. As the weight comes into the right foot and you lift the left leg up, you can always keep those left toes down. You can keep the arms reaching back. Really work the left glute. Good, and let's step for warrior two legs. Right foot is forward, but we'll move into that modified triangle. So right back of the right, top of the right hand touches the inner right thigh. Sides of the torso are long. And then extend. You're so leaning forward and extending the left arm up. Good. Inhale, come through center, straighten the right leg. Right arm reaches up as the left hand comes to the left leg. Inhale through center. Hands reach towards the front of the mat. Lower the left knee down and turn around towards the long edge of the mat for the seated twist. Right hand will come behind the back. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, twist to the right. Hug the knee. Try not to use your hands to twist. You're twisting with your torso strength. And let's unwind towards the front of the mat. Hands land, right foot faces forward as you lift the left leg up. Standing L or standing splits. One more breath. We're going to step the left foot next to the right. Inhale, lift up into Utkatasana. So nice long torso here, neutral pelvis, hinging at the hip. And exhale, hands come down. And now let's stream all of that together. So the sequences are going to be a little bit mixed up, but not a lot, and we'll add some things to them. Inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, hands come to the floor. Step the right foot back, lower the knee but not the toes. Come up, cactus arms, and we'll do the twist. So to the right and left. Let's do about 5 each side. I think this is 5th. Stay in a twist. Bring the palms together. Your right elbow will slightly land above the left knee, lightly land. Then stay here or option to straighten your right leg. So reverse extended side angle pose. So extending the crown of the head forward. And really just lightly touching the leg with your elbow. Good. And then walk the hands towards the long edge of the mat. We'll start with going side to side into side lunges. So bending one knee at a time, sending those hips back. So do side to side a few times, about 5. And then stay with your right knee bent. So this is the first option, hands on the floor, and you're in a right side lunge. Another option is to lift the left toes up. And final option, to lift the right arm up, so add a twist. Good, to bring the right hand down, walk the hands towards the back of the mat for runner stretch. So you're on the heel of the right foot, ball of the left foot. But this time, rather than just staying here, you can move between this and standing L. So lifting the left leg up, and then bring it back down for runner's lunge, moving the arms forward as you lift the left leg, and then back, and then again forward and back. Option also here to add little hops. So maybe you hop the right foot off the floor when your left leg lifts. Let's do a couple more. Good, and then step back into a plank. We'll pull the knees. So first option is to do what we did in sequence 1, pulling one knee at a time. Second option, to actually do mountain climbers. So doing it faster, adding a little bit of a jump. Good, let's walk the hands back. Happy squat. We won't do the twist here, just take this time as a little bit of a break. Good, and then walk the hands over to the right as you pivot the feet. Coming into cross-legged standing twist. Keep the right foot forward, step the left foot far back. Inhale, lift up. high lunge. And right away go into pendulum swings. So last time we kept the hands on the waist. This time you can swing the arms. Maybe even add a hop as your left leg goes forward. Couple more. And then bring your leg up and add a twist. Option to maybe straighten the leg. You can grab the foot, you can grab your calf muscle. The knees doesn't have to be bent or straight, sorry. The knees can stay bent. A lot of options here. One more breath. Good. Come back to center, step the left foot back for pyramid pose. If you want this time with an inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, start leaning forward, sending the hips back. Make sure you're still properly hinging at that right hip. Hands can come down. Your right knee can be bent. Hands can be on the floor. Just going to check that I don't miss anything. And let's step back into plank, little vinyasa. But this time with an exhale, lower all the way down. And then come into locust. Extend the arms, palms face down, and inhale, lift the chest and your legs and your arms off the floor. Pull the belly or the diamond area, so low belly up. Glutes are working. Hands come under the shoulders. Push up and back into down dog. Step the right foot forward a little bit, lift the left leg, and then either step or hop and step into warrior one with the left foot forward. Inhale, lift up. We'll bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. Release the hands. Place them down, but keep the legs as they are. So option is to stay here, or right hand under the right shoulder. Inhale, twist slightly to the left. Maybe lift the left arm up. You can release the head. And final option here is to try to straighten the left leg. I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. But if as you're straightening it, think of pushing your thigh bone into your hip. So you're sending it back. Good. Let's come out of the twist. Inhale, lift up for goddess. So cactus arms here, but we'll do twists. So twist to the right and left, right or left. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can try lifting your heels up, or maybe one heel at a time. But keep the pelvis neutral, don't compromise that. Good. Place the heels down. We'll turn the right toes back, coming into airplane towards the back of the mat. So same options as before. You can keep the left foot down. You can have the hands on your thigh and waist, or reach them back. Let's step for warrior two. This time we will stay in warrior two for breath. And then come into reverse warrior. So right arm reaches up. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm goes over to the right. One more time. Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Good. Inhale, come up. Come towards the front of the mat. Realign your feet for pyramid. And here is our peak pose, revolve, triangle. And so you have the pyramid feet here. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hinging at the hips as you lean forward. And now you can take a block, put it on the inside of the left foot, or if you can keep the hand on the floor, you can do that as well. Hand comes on the block or the floor, left hand on your sacrum. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twist to the left. And another final option is to extend the left arm up. Just try to breathe as fully as you can. Good. Exhale, bring the hand down. You can move the block to the side. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, come up into Utkatasana. And we only have one more side to do. So exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot back, lower the knee, but not the toes. Inhale, come up, cactus arms, and twist to the left and right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay in a twist. Hands come together, elbow lengths above the right knee, and then stay here or lift the left knee off the floor, left glute is engaged. It's a lot of twists to prepare for the final pose on the other side. Good. And then release the hands, walk them towards the long edge of the mat. And we'll go into side lunges, so sending the hips back, sitting back as you alternate bending your knees. This time, bend into the left knee. Keep the hands on the floor, so stay there, or you can lift the right toes off the floor. Right hand can come under the face, left on the sacrum. Then stay there, or add a twist to the left. You can float the left arm up. Good, bring the hand down, walk the hands over towards the back of the mat. For the runner's stretch. So lift the left toes, you're on the ball of the right foot. And then we'll move in between there and standing splits. So again, option to add a little bit of a hop as you come to standing splits. Just play with transferring more weight into your hands. A couple more. And then keep the hands down, step back into plank. Mountain climbers. Right knee pulls in and left. Maybe you speed it up. Couple more. And walk the feet back, the hands back to your feet. For that squat. Catch your breath. Good, and then walk the hands to the left. Pivot on the balls of your feet for that cross-legged forward fold. Step the right foot back, bend the right knee, inhale, high lunge, and let's do the pendulum swing. Oops, no balance anymore. So doing it, hands can be on the waist, they can swing. You can add a little bit of a hop. Just have fun with it. This time, don't hop, catch your knee, and we'll twist to the right with the option to maybe extend the leg. Or grab the foot and just keep the knee bent, that's fine as well. Good, let's come back towards the front. Step the right foot back for pyramid. It's about 3.5 feet between the feet. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold. The left knee can be bent. I'm still catching my breath. 2 more breaths. Bend into the left knee and step back for plank. Vinyasa actually will just lower with an exhale all the way down. Inhale, locust. So lift the arms and the legs, palms are facing down. Pull the belly up, just slightly. Good, and release. Push back and up for down dog. Left foot steps in, right leg lifts. Either step for warrior 1 or add a little hop and then step. Inhale, right warrior 1. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. Then an option to stay here or bring the left hand under the left shoulder and then slightly twist to the right. Maybe extend the right arm up. And finally, final option is to straighten the right leg a little bit. Good. Let's bring the right hand down. Inhale, come up for goddess. So neutral pelvis, cactus arms. Let's do the twists. Side to side. Just a little bit left in this second side of the stream. Another option here to lift the knees, the heels. I'm losing my words too. So good thing it's almost done. Couple more. Come back to center, lower the heels, turn towards the back of the mat. Airplane on the left leg. So right leg lifts. A lot of options here. Your arms for your right foot. Good, and let's step for warrior 2. Open the arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Then again, inhale through warrior 2 into reverse warrior. Next inhale, warrior 2, extended side angle. Inhale, come up, turn towards the front of the mat for our revolved triangle. So pyramid feet, inhale, lift the arms forward and up. And as you reach forward, send the hips back. Hinge at the right hip to come down. And again, option to place the block, the inner right foot. Left hand comes onto the sacrum. Right hand is either on a block or just inside of the right foot. And then twist to the right. Maybe you extend the right arm up. Good, exhale, bring the hand down, move the block to the side, step the left foot in, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, come to standing. And now to close the class, let's inhale, lift the arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge the hips, hands to the floor, step the left foot back. Lower the left knee, keep the left hand down. We'll go into this lizard stretch. So you might even want to move the left knee back a little bit more. But try not to sink into the hip. Really keep lifting the thigh bone into the hip socket. And then option is to add a little bit of a twist. And then you can bend the left knee. So this is completely fine. If you can reach your foot with your right hand, you can do that as well. But don't pull it in. You're just going to hold it there. And this should feel nice in the front of that left hip, left thigh. We worked a lot on the hinge, so let's open that up a bit. You can relax your neck, your head. Good, and let it go. Step the right foot back, come into a tabletop, right knee back. We'll do a couple of cats and cows. So inhale, open the chest, tailbone goes up. Exhale, push the floor away, puff up in between the shoulders, tailbone goes down. Then inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Move with your breath. And then come back to center. Step the right foot forward. Left foot forward. You can move the right knee in back a bit. Keep the right hand under the shoulder. Left hand can come onto your left knee and then twist to the left. Bend the right knee and then stay there. Or you can also grab that foot. So make sure your floating ribs are not pushing forward either. You're still pulling them in towards the spine. This is still an active pose. No sinking into anything. Not even your right shoulder. Good, and let go of the foot. We'll come down onto our backs for Shavasana. Feel free to slide the blocks or pillows or blanket under your thighs if that feels better. You can also have your feet wide and knees come in and rest against each other. Maybe that's better for your low back, or you can extend the arms and the legs. Close your eyes. So you won't stay here long, but you can always pause the video if you want a longer Shavasana. And when you're ready to come out, extend the arms up over the head, really stretch out the body. And then pull one knee into the chest at a time. And either come roll to either side and push yourself up, or make your way up, whichever way is best for you. Come to a comfortable seated position. Let's do 2 deep breaths together here. So inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale in. Lower the chin to chest, and then open your eyes if they're not open already. And lift your head up. So I really hope that you enjoyed this class. You see how for a lot of the poses, there's a lot of prep required in order to achieve it. There's a lot of work that we need to put in. It's a good metaphor for life in general. If there is some goal you have, you really have to work on it. You need to look at what's needed to achieve the goal, maybe break it into smaller sections, like we analyze this pose and we realize what's needed in order to successfully complete the pose. The same in life, you need to look at what's needed in order to successfully achieve your goal. Let me know how you found this class, and I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great day.